Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to New Hope Tarot, where we will be doing your weekly reading for the week of April 8th through April 14th. I have meditated upon the cards and I have pre-shuffled. As always, I will go ahead and shuffle live. During meditation, Spirit showed me two swans making a heart, but they were at a distance. They were on water, but they were at a distance, and the energy that I connected, that came through strongly, was that of longing. But I feel like this is longing for the past, something that occurred in the past, maybe a past lover or a past someone that you connected with, but maybe never did anything with. Maybe you're longing for that reconnection. And it says, your card reads, pause. May moments of calm sustain you. Yes, I'm getting this reflection card. Like you see how this is at a distance and it's blurry? That's how I was seeing the swans, just, you seeing it at a distance. Reminiscing. That's what I'm seeing here. A lot of reminiscing. I feel like you are set firmly where you are, but I feel like every once in a while you kind of go back and you imagine a different life, or what life would be with that person, or what that person is doing. Or maybe it has nothing to do with a person. Maybe it's just like, what if you had taken a different path in life? What would your life look like at that point? Whoa. Okay. Oh. I didn't see the fourth one, just snuck on in. Yeah, look at you reminiscing on a past love. Taking time out. Literally what I just said between this and the car and the imagery that Spirit showed me in my mind's eye. We have the Lovers, the Five of Cups, the Hermit, and the Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, I feel like this definitely has to do with a past person for sure. Remember I told you that the swans were making a heart? There it is. And I do feel like you're reminiscing. I mean, that's pretty much what the Five of Cups is. It could be mourning or sorrow or sadness, but I feel here it's just reminiscing, period, on what could have been with this individual. Look at, you see, they're just kind of, I don't feel like you have a bad life. I don't. I just feel like every once in a while, again, look at your ground. I feel like, you're fine with your life, but every once in a while, there are moments that just kind of hit you a certain way, and you get this haze about you, right? This haze about you. And you've kind of rewind in your mind and you think about that person. With this Three of Cups in reverse, I feel like back then this could have been something that this says, I don't feel like this necessarily has to do with a third person or a third party. It could have been in your particular case. But I feel it was more of a distraction in your life. I feel like this person was a distraction, and it kind of deterred you from moving forward from something that you really wanted to do, and you weren't able to find your balance to balance both what you were focused on at that time and this person. That's what I'm actually getting here with this Three of Cups. And honestly, I also feel like there were people around you that were kind of saying that person wasn't good enough or whatever. But this person, I feel, really made you feel seen and wanted. There's judgment. You might be judging yourself. You might be judging yourself and your past decisions. That could be a lot of what this reflection is. Here you are, reflecting. With this particular Page of Pentacles, I'm actually seeing you as the peacock here. I'm seeing you looking back and wondering, or looking forward, looking at what you have right now and wondering, is it enough? Is it enough? I feel like what you have, remember I said it with the Hermit, I feel like what you have is fine. Like there's nothing really wrong with your life. I feel like you lead a decent life. But I feel like there are these moments where you just kind of look back and go, what if? What if? But then you also look forward, right? What if? But then I feel like you also look forward and go, I have enough. What am I complaining about? Right? And then we have this Eight of Swords here. You can just get up and walk out with this Eight of Swords. But this is all in your mind. All of this is in your mind. Look at that fog. Remember I talked about that fog, right? That haze keeping you repressed back in those emotions. What's keeping you tied back there, my darling Scorpios? What's holding you back? Why can't you? What's going on that you're not wanting to just stay where you're at and you're constantly reflecting? What's going on with you? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Before I get advice, okay, that wasn't any of the ones that I wanted. I wanted this one. That was the one that was in my hand, but you definitely need to get a higher perspective. And I don't even feel like it's a higher perspective. I think you just need to be appreciative of the things that you have, the things that you do have. But I'm also seeing the fact that you took a different route and you thought that the route that you took was going to actually lead you to your happiness. But now that you're reflecting on it, even though you have a pretty abundant life, you feel like it's not enough. That this moment, that the time that you spent with this person, however brief it was, that's where you really felt the connection. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's see what Spirit decided to show us. Okay. There's time to do some shadow work. Bats have an echo location, like a sonar location, where they kind of feel things out. And I feel like there is a lot of inner work that you have got to go through in order to, do you see the wings? In order for you to really connect with your core self, your natural state. You see how right here you have the one eye, here we have the three eyes. You need to see things with mind, body, and spirit. And right now, I feel like you're only seeing it through one lens versus three different, like, overall perspective, right? So right now you're here, but you need to do a lot of this inner work. Look at the three, right? That's where you need to be, the three. Look at where the three is right now with this circle, with this moon, right? With this, what you thought was a union, that union back then, that you right now in your mind's eye think it could have flourished. But this is stating, do a lot of your inner work, build up, work on from your core up. You might need to listen to some chakra balancing, whatchamacallits, meditations. Pardon me. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. I'm so hazed by your energy. I'm kind of taken aback, and I'm at a lack of words, or a loss of words rather. But I feel like this is about you doing some inner work to get this inner knowing and really connect to yourself and what it is you have and what it is you are truly longing for. If it's just the fact that you're unhappy, that's what's causing you to look back here. This is saying, look at what's causing that unhappiness. What can you do to bring that happiness back? Work on the right now, because the past is the past. You need to allow things to die off, not only from the past, but also what's going on right now. If you're unhappy, then you, in a relationship or at work or whatever that looks like, if you're unhappy, again, I feel like it's really in your mind. You need, look, it's in your mind. There's the head. I feel like you need to allow your mind to really align with spirit and be in unison, so that you can clearly communicate if you're with a person or with a situation. Be clear minded enough to say, I can't do this anymore. I'm not happy. Not because you long for this, but because you're being honest with yourself enough to say, okay, this is what's going on, and I have to be quite frank about it. And then allow that to die and see if that's what it is. Okay? That's what I'm seeing here. But you need to be clear before you allow transformation to occur. Be clear with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Once you're honest with yourself and you've come to the realization, right? This is kind of like a high priestess energy right up here. Once you come to the realization and you are aligned with what you really know and what you really feel, and the truth of the matter, all of those are aligned, then you can go, okay, now it's time to transform. Whether it's leaving the person or trying to transform and actually working on the relationship or the job or inner, whatever that is, okay? But first you have to work on yourself. But you have to be honest about it. Peacock spirit. I told you I felt like you were the peacock, not this guy. Let it shine. This is also number 10, which is about letting something die in order for something new to begin. That doesn't necessarily mean the relationship or work or whatever. This is simply about letting something die in the past, your idea, whatever that thought is, the number 10, not the peacock, letting it die, allowing it to transform from within. All right. Once you transform from within, then you're able to transform all the other areas of your life. But all the work goes from within, but you have to do a lot of shadow work. With this peacock, what I'm seeing here is let the truth shine, is what I'm seeing here. You have to be honest with yourself about what the truth really is, the truth of what your mourning, what your sadness is, what is it? And I asked that about this, right? Like what's holding you here? You have to be honest about it. It's going to be different for everybody. So what is your truth? What is your truth? I have this sense that you want to be free, free of something. We have the King of Wands and the Page of Wands. The energy that came through was that of freedom. You're wanting to break out. Either whether the freedom is that you don't want this to take a hold of you anymore and you want to feel free because you're sitting here right now, right? But I feel like this is your energy. You're magnetic. You're the King of Wands. You are incredibly attractive to people. You have this charisma that just draws people in. But I feel like you want to look like this because you know you're this somewhere inside. But I feel male, female, this is not gender specific. Just take it how it resonates. But you're feeling like this, like, your awkward teenage years again. That's what I'm seeing here, right? Like, you're feeling awkward. But you're like, no, but I'm beautiful. Look at me. That's what I'm seeing here. They want one more card from here. How can Scorpio break free of this? I understand that we have to go through this whole transformation. Can we have one more card, please, for that? The Hierophant. Also number 5, which is change. It came out in reverse, which is I feel like you already do things, or at least you used to do things unconventionally. And I feel like you have been very conventional in a lot of different ways. I feel like that's what's holding you back, being conventional. And I feel like you want to feel this way again. Creative, energetic. I feel like you want to rewind time and get back into that energy. Not necessarily rewind time as far as like actually rewinding it, but you want to get back into the energy of when you were feeling this way. And whatever this is that's going on, you're feeling very rigid. And rigid is really more for Emperor, but what I'm seeing here with the Hierophant, because it's so traditional, maybe you're in a marriage, right? And you're not overly satisfied. It's too constricting. And I feel like you don't like fitting inside the box. You're like, look at all the. I just feel like this is what's holding you back right here. But you have to be honest with yourself, with your partner. This could also be family. Maybe you're unhappy within this family situation. If this is the case, then you need to be clear about what that is, how it is you want to move forward, what is actually making you unhappy. Is it in your mind? Or is this person actually not giving you what you want even after you've asked for it? I'm not saying this person, this is the Hermit, this is you, but still, the person that you're with is what I'm saying. Is this person actually giving you what you want? Or are they not giving you what you want? And if they're not giving you what you want, are you asking for what it is you want? Or are you just expecting that person to give you what it is you want? If you haven't asked them, how do they know to give it to you? Sure, they might be your spouse. Sure, they might be your longtime partner. Sure, they probably should know, but they probably don't. So you have to be clear in your communication and tell them what your needs are. If you've already told them and you're still feeling this way, well, my darling Scorpios, you're going to have to figure out how you're going to move forward. What is it that you are going to do? But first, you have to take the right step. Get clear in your mind. Get clear in what's going on within. Look within. Look in the Hierophant. Look, he's looking inside this box. Look within. Look within in order to transform. All right, my darling Scorpios, that was your weekly reading for April 8th through the 14th. I hope this did resonate. If it did, please leave a comment. That way it gives me affirmation. Make sure that I am doing my job well done. And please let me know whether you are liking these videos. There's a poll there asking whether you prefer videos versus the audio. So far, the video is winning, so I'm doing these. But if you would rather me go back to just the regular audio, go ahead and leave a comment. Either way, I'm okay with it, but just let me know. All right, my darlings, until we meet again, have an amazing week. Bye.